All right, so we're back today, and we're going to be checking out the Snowsky Disc, another digital audio player that I've been using for the past couple of days. Nick's going to check it out for the first time today.
I have no idea what it is.
He doesn't know what it is. Digital audio player.
So you download music onto it?
This is download music. The key here is that this one has no internal memory, and we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about some of the specs, and I want to tell you some of the pros and cons of this so far. But I do think you're going to find this one pretty interesting. So here's the box. Obviously, pretty detailed manual. This thing has a lot of functionality for a small device. This is $80 right now, $80 as it's just coming out. I thought, oh, here you go, USB. You know, I don't use those USBs. I like my own USBs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like mine better. But I thought this was kind of cool.
I didn't know you were the great USB.
I'm a USB-C snob for cords. Thought these were cool. Some stickers here that came with it. This one was, it said, what does it say? 90s fashion walk disc. They give you a couple of other stickers that have the opening in the middle, and you'll see why in a second. So hold that. This one looks like an old turntable, right? So the screen is circular, 2.68 inches, and it's a square. So 2.68 inches by 2.68 inches.
It's a half an inch tall.
Half an inch tall. So this is like the perfect, put in your pocket, walk around. Yeah, perfect size for that. 2.72 ounces. Here's what's my iPhone 17
Pro Super Max.
Pro Max, to give you an idea of the size difference there.
About 2.5.
Yeah, you could probably, it's probably, like you said, yeah, like more than two and a half.
2.25.
Yeah. So USB-C charging. Micro SD card, which again will take up to 2 terabytes. Snowsky is saying that will hold up to 8,000 albums. 3.5 millimeter output and a 4.4 millimeter balance, which was similar to their other products. They seem to do that a lot, which I think is nice. On the other side, you've got a rocker for volume, play and pause button. So you do have tactile buttons on here. Power right up here at the top. I've been using it for a couple of days. And one of the things I will say, the menu system on the Echo Mini, I was not a big fan of that menu system. I was a fan of the Echo Mini, but I thought the menu system was a little clunky, a little cumbersome. This menu system is far better. It's a huge improvement, but you have to get used to the swiping. Go ahead and click home, Nick. All right, so here's the different options in the menu system. So this is streaming. When you click on streaming, you get AirPlay. So this has AirPlay built in, which I thought was really cool. And I did test it out to my Mac, worked seamlessly. All right, so see if you can get yourself back to the home. Swipe down, good. So again, takes a couple of minutes to get used to. Category, click on category. Pretty normal menu system for what you'd expect.
It's like Apple Music.
Like Apple Music, Spotify, very similar to, like old iPods. So this should feel a little bit iPod. So bring that back down. There you go. Swipe down, swipe over. Settings. We won't go through all the settings, but does have Wi-Fi, does of course have Bluetooth. All right, so in Browse Files, there's my micro SD. You can go to Songs, and it will show the songs that I have on my micro SD card. I think I only put like 5 on there. For my testing, they claimed about 12 hours. I was a little under 12 hours of full play. It was probably like 10 and a half hours, so not bad there either. All right, so we're gonna go into playing a song here and show you a couple of the features. Pretty much what you'd expect. Play, pause, forward, back. You can favorite a song. Once you're on here though, you can swipe through. So you can just swipe left or right. If the album art is available, if you've saved that data on your file, you will get the spinning album art, which I think is pretty cool. And again, just swipe back. You can swipe back out of this or into this with an up or down swipe. Just got to get used to those gestures. Nick's got Apple AirPods in. I'm going to have him listen to this a little bit. One thing while Nick's listening, you can see here the rocker for volume, but also I thought was a nice feature. You can touch to change.
Not too high.
Sorry. Change the volume there. I'll give you my opinion about the audio, but I did test this with AirPods, Apple AirPods, a pair of Sony Bluetooth headphones, and our favorite Marshall Bluetooth speaker, and kind of got my feelings from all of those. So I'm going to pause that. So what were your thoughts on the audio?
I think it sounds good. I think it sounds like nice and clear. I mean, I don't see a huge difference from Apple Music from it or anything.
You shouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't expect to. Yeah. My opinion, I thought it sounded great. I have no issues
the
across
sound looks
anything
good.
I tested. I do want to talk about something that I think will be possibly a con for some people. One of the things that we've seen in some of these digital audio players is they have really high level EQ. The EQ settings, you're watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to teach Nick some of these things. The EQ settings are being able to change the bass, treble,
okay.
fine tune the sound. So this doesn't have a full graphic EQ. It's a little more limited. So if we go into we're playing a song here, we're playing the Three Little Birds song. There's an icon here. These equalizers are presets. Usually they're graphic, so they're pretty granular. You can turn up things, you can adjust things. This is presets. These are presets.
So it looks like it's preset to different genres of music.
Yeah,
Like each one will
jazz,
have kind
pop,
of
hip hop, change the sound a little bit. I tried them. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I noticed a huge difference. I was a DJ for many years, very familiar with EQs and mixers with EQs, and I don't really care that much. I'm fine with the presets. I think it sounds pretty good. But if you want that and you want to really narrow down and nail your sound here, it isn't something that's built in. So I thought this was a cool feature. When you're not powered off, but you're just out of the menus and just have something playing in the background, it will go to basically like a screensaver type of thing, which is a clock. And to get back out of that and get back into your songs or into your menu, just swipe. There is. So there are. Oh, I didn't test this yet. So we're gonna find out.
On sheep.
It says FiO sheep. Let's see what there are sheep. Is it?
No, there's not.
All right. So the FiO sheep, I don't know. That doesn't really look like a sheep. It looks more like an astronaut of some kind.
Maybe there's a sheep underneath.
Maybe there's a sheep wearing that astronaut suit. What else did they have here? Lock screen theme. So let's go to Starry Sea. Oh, okay. That one I can see.
Yeah, it looks starry.
That one I can see. Ether reality. Ether reality. Pros. Just the device.
Yeah, it's light, it's compact, it's well built.
Yeah. It's an aluminum body. I think it feels good. It fits my hand well. I think it's good for just throwing it in your pocket. I don't think I'd want it without a case of something maybe to protect this if I was throwing it in my backpack.
If it gets popular enough, people will start making cases.
Yeah, I think there might even be some possibly already. I think overall, it's easy to use.
Yeah.
I think once you get used to the swiping and where you're going back and forth on menus, I think it's relatively intuitive. So I think that's pretty good.
I would say that there's a lot going on for the price.
I think it's just a strong performer for under $100, right? I think that the sound is good. I think the features are good. I think the quality is good. All right, some of my cons. I think that the design of the menus isn't always perfectly designed for the circular screen.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I feel like it's like close to being cut off. Like it's not like.
Yeah, it definitely.
It feels like there's like a big screen behind it.
Yeah.
And then they put a circle around it.
It's like a window into the screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me, but
it'll bother somebody.
It's going to bother, exactly. I feel like a lot of my cons are things that I just know people are going to be bothered by. It wouldn't stop me from buying it or using it, but I had that as one of my notes that it kind of cuts off the bottom of a playlist or something like that. I did find it froze on me a couple of times. Now, I think, to give them the benefit of the doubt here, I was kind of like just swiping.
Yeah.
I didn't know the swipes yet, right? I'm still, even now,
I saw you
learning.
using it and you were kind of just...
Yeah, and I think I just locked it up. I just rebooted, a couple of seconds. It was fine after that. There's no real good way to search for your music.
Yeah, you need to like go into a file and scroll down.
I wonder if that's something they can add later with like an update.
That would kind of drive me crazy. Like, I feel like just because I have something in a playlist doesn't mean I'm going to want to like search it up.
Right. Con for me was the equalizer. Well, again, maybe not for me. I think for some of you watching, if you're interested in this type of device, you probably care about the full equalizer, and not having that on this is probably going to be a con. Doesn't bother me that much, but it might bother you. That is a terrible job.
It's good.
With that.
It's good.
Okay. Let's just take that off now. All right, so let's give our ratings. We typically, for something like this, we'll do, out of 10. What do you give for a rating for the Snowsky Disc?
I give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Out
of 10, 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's overall, I think it's good. Like, I think it's definitely worth getting if you're really into that. Like, if you want to have the digital music that's separate from your phone. I just personally, and like I know it's like, oh well, like the 20-year-old kid doesn't want to do anything but use streaming or whatever. But sorry, like it's true. Like I'm gonna want to use streaming if it's gonna be something digital. Like I like collecting CDs. I collect some records, some vinyl.
So my rating is going to be 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Again, I'm a little more used to doing the file stuff with saving my music. I used to have to do it. I came from CDs as a DJ, but I also even used mini discs, which do you even know what a mini?
Probably a small disc.
It is small, but it actually, this reminded me, and I bet some of you watching, this will remind them of a mini disc player. It has that same look and feel. But we had to do all the tagging of the songs and putting the information in and making playlists and all of that. So I'm used to that. I don't know that I want to still do that though. That's probably why it's not a higher score. That's probably why it's not a 9 or a 10 for me, because I agree that I sometimes just like to stream and just like to go on Apple Music or Spotify. But as far as the device goes, at the price point, for the features that this comes with, for the quality, for the size, I think it's a pretty good device.
I think for what it is, it's really good.
Yeah. So you're gonna go make your mic? No.
Nope.
Just gonna go
I'm
stream.
gonna use my phone, my TikTok device.
Are you really big with TikTok?
No.
With the TikTok?
Nope.
Are you on? You're on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok because we post on TikTok, but I don't use TikTok just like for fun.
So if you want to see
All
our
business on TikTok.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You're a content creator.
I'm an influencer.
Not yet.
I'm an influencer. We have 12K on TikTok.
We do. We do have a pretty good number on TikTok, surprisingly, considering how old I am. So we do post on TikTok, and all those links are in our description. We do have social media.
Start getting a following.
We got to get, we want to follow here. We want to build up the YouTube, so we would love if you subscribe.
This was our 302 subscriber special, so one lucky winner is getting the sticker.
No, that's no prizes, but I think we're got up to about
the prize is that the video is almost over.
Yeah, there you go. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. We do appreciate it.
Yep.
Bye.